Okay guys, today we're going to talk about my favorite mirrorless camera. So I've used a few mirrorless cameras before. The one that we're going to talk about today is now here. People used to talk about it's going to be the future. So I've used about, I believe, 4 different kinds of mirrorless cameras since I've started using them. And the first one that I did use was the Panasonic GH4, and I moved up to the Panasonic GH5. And then the next mirrorless camera system that I bought into was the Sony ecosystem, and the only Sony that I had was the Sony a7 III. It was a great camera, took great pictures, and it was really a solid camera, even for low light. But now I'm using something else, and it is the Canon EOS R. Even though this is 2020 and the R6 and the R5 has come out, this is still my favorite mirrorless camera, and I'm going to tell you why. So the reason why the Canon EOS R is my favorite mirrorless camera, the first reason is ease of use. I have always thought Canon cameras just has the easiest menus to use. They're very intuitive, they're very easy to learn, and very easy to just maneuver. It's just very user friendly. I've had used the Canon T3i, T2i a long time ago, and the menu system to me has just been getting better and better and even more simple. It cuts the learning curve of the camera itself. So when you're on a shoot and you just want to focus on shooting, this is just so great to have an easy menu to go through and an easy camera to work with, to where you're going out and just shooting. You're not worried about all of the different hacks that you need to do for some cameras to get a great image. Number 2 is that it's lightweight. Of course, it's lightweight. It's a mirrorless camera. These cameras are pretty small. I could carry it anywhere. Some people would look at lightweight as being a con, just depending on stability. But as far as running gun work and just going ahead and using it and carrying it different places. Next is the RF mount. The RF mount is fairly new. With the RF mount, it's extremely versatile. I don't own any RF lenses. I do still use my Canon L lenses. I've heard that the RF lenses are pretty great. They're pretty good to work with. They're fast. I've seen them. I've seen examples of them. But since I have Canon L lenses, and the adapters that you can buy to still use your L lenses or EF lenses is just amazing. And that goes into our next reason why I love this camera. It's because of the adapters. There's the drop-in ND filter adapter, there's the regular adapter that you could just put on your other lenses, and there's even an adapter where you could set it to change the aperture or the white balance or anything like that. That's pretty cool. So having adapters that have multiple uses, or you could change them up and use them on your camera, it's just amazing. It's a great feature that it has, and it's very versatile. Next is the price point. It did start at around $2,000. Now I believe brand new they're selling at $1,800. Used you could get some, I believe, as low as $1,400, and they still hold up pretty well. Those are some good prices for a camera that shoots 4K, even though it's cropped. Shoots great 1080p, has a great image out of camera, especially for somebody that's even just beginning. Well, I'm actually shooting on it right now. This is being shot on a Canon EOS R as we speak. So I feel like the image quality of it is pretty good. You could use it in a lot of various situations. The slow motion features on it for 1080p is 60 frames per second. Some people like 120, some people like 4K 60. But for me right now, for this specific camera, it's very easy to use and easy to edit the 1080p 60 frames per second. It looks great. It's not too slow. It's my preference. Next is the ability to shoot in log. Shooting in log increases your dynamic range. It will be able to help your image be more controlled. So the fact that you can shoot log internally in the camera, make the image look however you want to, however you please for it to look, is a great feature. Before, we couldn't have a log profile in a camera like this. So I'm still grateful for the fact that Canon and all of the other brands are putting log profiles in their cameras. For my next point of why I really love this camera is the fact that you can put the Atomos Ninja V on it and get 10-bit log out of it. And the image, I tell you, it looks great. You could definitely push the colors even more. So those are the reasons why this is currently my favorite mirrorless camera. I own 2 of them and they're great. I haven't had any complaints about them. The editing is smooth on them. I mean, it's just great. It's versatile for my needs. No, it doesn't have a better low light performance as a Sony, but I do use Canon L 1.4 lenses. So in nighttime shots, I'm able to get some pretty good light into the camera, into the lenses. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please subscribe. Any questions you have, please ask below. Peace.